Hello, how are you? No, I mean it. How are you? Well, I care how you are. I want you to be happy, healthy, and enjoy life. And I want you to contribute great things that you have inside you to contribute to this planet and make this a better place for all of us. Because, see, you have your part to play. I think one of the things we tend to do is not recognize the part people have to play, not give them credit for what they have to offer, not recognize the potential in them that's there. Also, not to recognize their real needs. I mean, sometimes we just hang out with them and listen to them and give them suggestions, but really what people need is to take responsibility for themselves. That's what I specialize in. My name's Dr. Paula Koger. I'm at the Wealth of Health Center. And my person I follow is Hippocrates, who said the doctor's job is to help the patient find the doctor within. So watch out for those of you who are ready. Let's find your doctor within. Now, the doctor isn't just a person that tells you what antibiotic to take. It tells you what choice to make on a day-to-day basis. It tells you what to do, how to feel good, how to get your energy flowing well, how to think well, positive thoughts that will heal you, how to love others, how to take care of yourself so that you will become your original blueprint, the one that God made you to be. That's the one we want you to be. I know nobody ever really encourages someone to be who they really were meant to be, but I'm going to do that right now. Encourage you to be all that you are. I mean, we each have different things to contribute. With everybody contributing what they have to contribute, look out. We'll be flying. We'll be doing miraculous things. Like this beautiful color chart which heals issues. Issues are things that we have held in us and not let go of. And when you find the color on this chart, which actually comes from France, when you find the color that helps you let go of a certain feeling, emotion, trauma, or pain, it will let it go. It will help you let it go. Add to it your breathing deeply and feeling the emotional trauma, and then looking at the right place on this chart, you will be able to let go of what you're holding that is causing you to attack people, causing you to destroy yourself, causing you to eat too much, causing you to hibernate all alone and feel miserable, or refuse to love others, whatever it is. As part of healing is identifying the feeling and finding a technique. And there are now, honestly, hundreds of techniques to let go of what you're holding. Because that's the key that man has just been accumulating over centuries, lifetimes, generations, patterns that are self-destructive because they are blocking the flow of the energy, and we are all energy. I'm quoting Einstein. So we have to find a way to move out of this big hate space that's become so popular. That pound it, grind it, zoom it, kill it space that has been growing recently. And you see it by the murders that are occurring in classrooms. Children who are very repressed with trauma, pain, imbalance, suffering. And so we have to heal them. We have to heal these suffering children. We have to heal suffering adults. We have to show them solutions. And that's why I'm talking to you right now. I want to stimulate your participation in not having fundraisers, because what are we raising funds for? We have to teach them techniques to release the patterns. I was a school health educator in Europe for the military schools in the 70s. And I would stand in front of the class and say, how many of you feel angry today? Hands go up. Well, anybody want to share what they're angry about so they can let it go and move on into being happy? Because behind all the anger is the happiness and the love. Do you mind loving others? I know. It's not an easy choice because, after all, think of all the things they've done to you. The fact is, many people have been beaten. I was beaten. Switched. Go get your switch and I'm going to hit you. So it leaves scars, emotional scars, physical trauma, patterns in you that is hard to let go of. It is the truth. It is hard to let go of. So in other words, we want to start being kinder to each other because all these traumas are building up and we're just going to destroy each other. I was inspired to do this by the recent shootings in Florida. And I'm also inspired to do this by Confucius. Confucius recognized that China was in the kind of turmoil we're headed for, and so he created social niceness. Good day. Sort of a ritual of being kind to people, ritual of honoring your parents, ritual of parents honoring their children. And so it civilized the culture to a great extent, to the extent that it did. Now, I know you're going to argue that it didn't. Go ahead, that's the way it is. Everybody wants to have their own opinion, and that's what we want. But let's express our opinions in love and kindness, because you have a right to be all that you are and invite to be all that you are. It's just a matter of let's express it with love and kindness, so we'll have more love and kindness in the world, because love heals all and God is love, and you know the rest. So I've been putting this practice into my life, the practice of loving others unconditionally, no matter what they do. And still also communicating to them my response to how they're treating me if it's not how I want to be treated. Now that has been missing, like people treat us bad and we haven't really been letting them know that it was how it was and that it hurt or it didn't feel good or we felt left out or whatever. So I'm standing in the store waiting to check out, and the lady I'm first in line, and the lady doesn't say, "Come, hi, how are you? I'm ready to help you," or anything like that. She just stands there staring at the floor. And when I went up there, and she said, and she didn't say anything, and I said, "I don't know if you can imagine how it feels to be standing here, and you say nothing to me, like it makes me feel like I don't matter, like feel bad about myself because I did something wrong. That is all my stuff starts coming up." So she looked at me and she says, "My best friend died and I'm having a rough time." I said, "Well, if you want to stay here, do you?" She said, Yeah, I want to stay." She said, "Okay, then you got to play. Let's go." She said, "Oh, you're so sweet." And she ended up giving me a little discount on something that could have been opened or something like that. And I told the manager who was close by, I said, "She did good. She's a good employee." You see, we have to love each other, and we also have to call each other gently, kindly, lovingly on their stuff. You don't have to be beat up. You don't have to be ignored, abused. You let people know. The only way you can get away with letting them know is to let them know kindly and lovingly. I called another place and they said, to make an appointment, and they said, hold on a minute. And I said, no, I don't like the way you're talking to me. I'm the customer. I'm the valued customer. I'm the reason you have a job. I'm the reason you make money. I want you to be kind to me. And he said, I thought I was kind. I said, no, you weren't. For me, it was not kindness. So I hung up. I said, I gotta go. I have to recover myself. I called back, and when I called back, he said, hello, dear. He was very kind. He got the message. You see, we give kind messages, we get kindness back, we get response that is positive. We don't have to sit around and suffer in this world. We take charge of ourselves in this world and ask for what we want. You want to? Well, some people don't, and they'll give great arguments. Why not? Well, fine. If you don't have to have people talk to you in a nice way to feel good, it's good. It's a good thing. It's a step up from from wanting them to be able to just ignore it. However, it prevents that connection. It prevents having an opportunity to let them know how they're affecting the world. And so tolerance can breed deterioration. Confrontation in a loving way and setting boundaries and asking for what you want can build things and rebuild this civilization, this culture that we're in that has fallen into the hands of angry, aggressive, sneak in every opportunity you can to pull in front of the driver in front of you. It's all very challenging to accept. And so the more we take positive action to correct it, the more we invite order and loving cooperation, the more we can get it. The more we will it, the more we allow ourselves to be vehicles for expressing love and kindness, the more we will experience love and kindness. Oftentimes I set my intent on loving and kindness before I go out. And I saw 3 people sitting on a bench, and they looked forlorn and lost and maybe neglected. 2 women, a baby, and a man was stooping beside them. And I said something, I don't remember exactly what I said, but something like, hey, you guys are doing good, eh? And they said, yeah, we're waiting for somebody to bring us some money to get in. We didn't have small bills. I said, oh, I'm so glad that everything's good with you. And when I went away, they were, Yep, everything's good. When I went away, they said to each other as I was walking away, well, that's rare. They said, that's rare for somebody to care what's happening to us. I feel good about that. I want to be a vehicle for positive restoration of kindness that I've never really experienced a lot of in this culture. I remember being beaten as a child. Go get a switch off that tree, young lady, and then they would strip the leaves off and beat my legs with it. My legs have never really fully recovered, but they will, because I will heal everything. I promise you that. And you can too, if you will. There are many new ways to heal traumas. One of them is to use this color chart. Find the trauma and then find the color. This is on my website, wealthofhealthcenter.com, on emotional transformation. Stephen Vasquez is the teacher of that. And so finding the feeling, let's say it's hurt. Find the feeling, find the color that allows you to start releasing the feeling. And find the spot on the chart. Find the spot on the chart, which is on my website, and look at that place as you let go of that hurt. In other words, hurts end up being the cause of heart attacks, heart disease, high blood pressure. Why carry them around? All baggage causes sickness, and all traumas cause baggage. So I use a lot of homeopathy and herbs to release traumas, because traumas become energy patterns that look like this or something. And so when you take the herb, do the color, or release the emotional using some other emotional release technique, the patterns dissolve, and so the energy in the blood can flow, and you don't have stiff joints, blocked arteries. Do you get the picture? It's pretty simple. Because we're energy fields, and we've been neglected as energy fields. We've been treated as though we were rocks. Didn't have much energy flowing. Our energy flow has not been attended to fully. And loving each other and caring for each other is one of the ways that we can activate the flow of love in this world, which is energy. Love is energy. It's a frequency, 526. The other thing we can do is will it. Will ourselves to be part of the solution. I know rebellion is very popular. I mean, I know you're angry at how it has been. I know it's been terrible for you. I do. I know that. I do know that. And I honor and accept that. However, if you let the anger go, which is just your anger now, it's not gonna do any good to be angry at others. It's not going to be any good for you. And you're the one I care about, you understand? Because if you solve your anger, then you won't put it out on the world. You won't have to. You won't have to kill people, hurt people. You won't have to be hurt anymore. If you learn how to heal your hurts, if you learn how to feel your hurts and breathe into your hurts and your angers and your fears, breathe into the lower abdomen, feel the hurt, and then bring it out through the chest. And let it go. See, you have to do this. There's no drug for it. It's yours to let go of. Breathe it out. Let it go. Feel it and heal it. It's the law of healing. Feelings. And feelings unhealed are the cause of disease. Most of the treatments are suppressive. You're the one that dives in there and expresses it. But the way it's being expressed now, by hurting others or by running people off the road or by defying people, ignoring people, is not going to heal. It's going to pile on more and more. and we could become a more chaotic culture. And I like it here. I like you. I want you to be well. I'm Dr. Paula Koger at the Wealth of Health Center. And I want to help you get it straight. Okay?